You are listening to Viewpoints from PlaceCloud. Cultural researchers tell stories of places from around the world. For the full multimedia experience and to support the creators you enjoy, visit placecloud.io.
The road upon which you currently stand was once foreign soil, or at least its inhabitants declared it was, and this happened more recently than you might think. In the 1970s, London's derelict properties lined streets across the city. They were condemned by local councils or earmarked for slum clearance at a future date. Simultaneously, the city was experiencing a growing crisis of housing availability, with tens of thousands of Londoners unable to find suitable homes. In this climate, squatters' movements rose to prominence. Some focused heavily on rehousing those most in need. Others offered communal living spaces for marginalized groups, including gay men, lesbians, and women of color. Others still served as spaces for young, middle-class graduates to showcase their left-wing bona fides through collective living. Their stories in particular can be seen in a BBC documentary called Lefties, in which many of them were interviewed. Preston Road's famous squats took elements from a number of these groups and created an eclectic community. The community came to prominence as the Greater London Council was offering squatters immunity from prosecution under new trespass laws and opportunities to be rehomed if they simply registered with the council. Notting Hill, often more extreme than the rest of the city, was home to squatters who chose to take their rebellions to the next level, though. Squatters on Preston Road declared independence from Britain in 1977 as the Free and Independent Republic of Frestonia. Frestonia's residents were diverse and from various social and cultural backgrounds. Some were privileged hippie radicals, including Nicholas Albury, who would serve as its leader. Others were local working-class West Londoners with addiction and mental health problems who were not given proper care by the government. Others still simply could not afford a place to live and needed one. The group fancied themselves a family, even changing all of their last names to Bramley so that they could not be split up when the GLC tried to rehouse them. If the GLC eventually tried to rehouse them, that is. Perhaps their most notable resident was Foreign Minister David Rappaport, temporarily David Rappaport Bramley. Rappaport was involved in a local theater company at the time, but went on to achieve fame in the film Time Bandits and the television series L.A. Law. Notting Hill resident and playwright Heathcote Williams, a Frestonian who lived outside the sovereign squatted boundary, served as the ambassador to the United Kingdom and staged dramatic performances within its borders. In doing so, he invited neighbors and those from the arts community. Other famous West London bohemians, The Clash, even came to the Free Republic to record demos for their album Combat Rock, including such hits as Rock the Casbah and Should I Stay or Should I Go? Frestonia residents sought to integrate into and improve the lives of the people living beyond their sovereign borders, but within Notting Hill. Residents held street parties that local white and black children could be invited to. They also provided technology training for the local children to help them find jobs in the future. Frestonia opened a microchip technology center in 1981 and successfully trained 40 unemployed West Indian young people within the first year. It was so successful that the Thatcher government proposed it as a model for communities across Britain. The social network of people in the Bramley family, such as Rappaport and Ambassador Williams, and even Joe Strummer, included prominent media figures from places like the BBC, NME, and national newspapers. Sometimes this helped the residents of Notting Hill raise money and awareness for social causes, like rehousing the Frestonia residents and fundraising for the local Tabernacle Community Center. At other times, though, it opened the area to further middle-class incursion from prominent media figures. As such, this became a problem for gentrification. Eventually, the GLC managed to rehouse the entire Bramley family nearby and did slate the area for clearance in a way that most residents could approve of. But the legacy of Frestonia lives on today. A large Victorian brick hall has survived clearance and is now home to the Frestonian Gallery, where contemporary artists can display their work. The legacy of Frestonia is also preserved through their digital National Archive, which can be accessed by anyone, anywhere at frestonia.org.